Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is a cool live stream because it is the return of Trivia Night. Several people have been asking me about Trivia Night, and because we had a cancellation earlier today, I decided to bring Trivia Night back. So it is here. We are going to run down the rules of Trivia Night, and I'll show you the books that I intend to give away in just a couple of moments. I'll talk about the rules. I'll show you the books. We'll get to all that stuff in just a couple of moments. I apologize for the delay. I saw that another YouTuber was actually live at the time and was trying to give him time to, go through his show. But then I also didn't want to keep you guys hanging. There was a lot of people here hanging out, and I was like, you know what? I can't wait any longer. I need to go ahead and go live. So my apologies to the other YouTuber if he happens to see this for stepping on his toes just a little bit. You have my apologies there. I'll give you guys a couple of updates, and then we're going to kind of jump into this thing. So for those that haven't seen what I put up today on the community page, eBay has a special going on right now. They are giving 8% back on eBay Bucks. So if you guys are part of the eBay Bucks program, you definitely want to take advantage of that because it's 8% right now. I think it's a coupon that has to be activated. I'm not sure if it's good on the desktop version. I typically use the mobile app, and a lot of times that's where they offer the extra incentives there. So you may want to look into that. If you plan to buy something on eBay, you definitely want to check that out. And then if you haven't signed up for the Ebates program, you definitely want to look into that as well. A couple of other announcements. We are going to be giving away this cool book on this coming Sunday at 7:30. This is Black Panther #1 9.2. This thing is going to be given away as part of our Ready, Set, Go live preview show. So definitely stay tuned for that. And the video has not yet been released. So that will be coming up hopefully sometime. Somebody said dibs already. Hopefully you guys are still seeing the live stream. It went dead on my side, but I'm hopeful that you guys are still seeing it on your side. So we'll just continue talking with the hope that you guys are able to see it. There's been something weird going on with the internet all day today. Instagram has been up and down all day. Facebook has been up and down. I don't know what it is. I tried to post up some photos earlier today of the books that I'm going to be giving away, and it didn't work at all. So I literally cannot see myself, but it is all good. I still see the chat. So here, let me say hello to a couple of people here in the room, and then we're going to kind of jump into this thing. Santos is here. I think he's the first time he's been part of the Trivia Night. We'll give you the rundown in just a moment, brother. Michael P is here. James is here. Dex Funko Pops is here. Bake the Snake is in the house. Discovery Bay is here. Stay Puff is here. Comic Geek McD is in the house. Hialeah Bro is here. Who else? Jay is here. Closet Geek is in the house. Who else did I see? Kingpin Comics is here. Said Whooped Bird is in the house. It's good to see you, brother, as always. Chris Barrett is here. Chris has been on me to do Trivia Night for quite some time. Chris, this one is for you, brother. Perry Comics is in the house. Thierry is here. I think that covers a lot of you guys. I definitely want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. And Bama Links just got here. It's good to see you, brother. So we are going to be giving away some comic books tonight. These are going to be some books that are in my collection that we're going to be giving away. Some of them have been donated. A lot of them are basically books that have basically accumulated in the collection, and I'm actually going to pass them on. So here are the rules. You have to be a U.S. resident, a Canadian resident, because I love my brothers to the north, or have an address in the U.S. I know there's some people from Europe that watch. They have a mailing address in the U.S. that I send things to if they do win, so I'm okay with that. Couple of other things. So we're going to go through some trivia, and there are 8 trivia questions that I have. What I'm going to try to do, because we have some people that are hearing impaired that want to participate, or at least know what the question is when they read it, when they watch it back, if the captions aren't working, is I'm going to try to cut and paste as best I can the questions into the window while at the same time reading the question for you guys. So it's a little complicated, but I am committed to doing it. 8 questions. We're going to run through it. Lag is real. Okay, lag is a real thing. So the first person that is able to answer the question and I see it, that will be the winner. We're not going to count smelling, but the first response that I see, that person will be the winner. All right. So I find it, there's really no other way to do it where it's fair, because lag is just, it is what it is. So you guys will have to bear with me. And basically what we're going to do is the first person that is able to answer the question correctly, and I see it, they will have an opportunity to pick 2 books from a stack. There's a ton of books to my right that I'll show you in just a moment. You will be able to pick 2 books from that stack, and each of the books has a number in the corner. And all you have to do is actually watch, and I'll show them up. Just write down the numbers that you want. I'll show them hopefully a couple of times over the course of this thing. You just tell me which ones you want, and I will set those aside to you, and then I will ship them out. I unfortunately only have, I think, 5 or 6 Gemini shippers on hand. So the first 5 people or so are going to be the ones that are going to get these books right away. I'm going to send them out first class, probably tomorrow in Gemini shippers. The other folks, the other winners will have to wait a few days. I placed another order for some Gemini shippers. So as soon as those come in, I'm actually going to get those shipped out to you. But I want to make sure that if I send you books, the books aren't damaged. And that's why I want to wait for the Gemini shippers to come in. So hopefully you guys are good with that. So just for those that are coming in, we were originally supposed to be going at 6 o'clock. I saw another YouTuber that was actually live that looked like he was going to run right up until 6. And I pushed the time back to 6:15. And then it looks like that live stream isn't going to stop. So I just had to pull the trigger because we had about 15 people here waiting, and I don't like to have people wait if I can help it. So we did decide to go a little early. All right. So there you go. Victor is saying he wants New Mutants 98. That is not for sale, my friend, unfortunately. And he's also asking for the 181. Brother, you were asking for a whole lot. I would say check, go collect, and then send me that. No, don't do that. All right. So again, we'll run through the rules real quick. U.S. resident, Canadian resident, or a mailing address in the United States will get these shipped out to you. You have to be the first person to answer the question correctly. Spelling does not count. The first person that I see is going to be the winner. Lag is a real thing, and there's unfortunately not much that I can do about that. I also want to give a huge shout out to my buddy who is in the room right now, Closet Geek. Closet Geek is an awesome dude who has basically volunteered to subsidize the shipping for this trivia night. Awesome guy. He normally does super chats when I go live. He hasn't been able to attend many of the live streams that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, but he graciously volunteered to actually subsidize the shipping costs associated with trivia nights. I want to give him a huge shout out. He does not know any of the questions, so he has no advantage in this thing. So if he actually gets a question right, it is on his own merits because he has no insight into what is happening. But I do want to acknowledge his wonderful contribution to the channel, and by extension to all of you guys as well. So that is definitely to Whitewell's comment here. It is definitely a class act. He actually reached out to me a couple of days ago, and I was like, no, bro, I'm good. And then I had the cancellation of the live stream, the interview that we were going to do earlier today. And I was like, bro, is that offer still on the table? I want to do trivia night. And he's like, I got you covered. So definitely an awesome guy. If you guys get a chance, if Instagram ever comes back up, jump on there and give my buddy Closet Geek a follow. Awesome guy. All right. So you guys ready to jump into this thing? What you are going to see on these 8 questions that I'm going to be asking is that it is a mixture of Marvel and DC. I think a lot of these are pretty common knowledge, but you guys will be the ultimate judge of how well you guys answer these questions. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know some of these answers, but I think that they're really good questions. So here we go. I'm going to get ready to post the first one in here, and then I'll read it as well. The first response that I see again is going to be the winner. Who Dat Comics is here. How you doing, brother? Whitewell says, IG has pooped the bed. Yes, sir, it has. It has pooped the bed awfully because I've been trying to oh, you know what? Before I was about to post up the first question, I haven't even shown you guys the books. That's how out of practice I am with trivia night, okay? Because it's been a couple of months since I've done it. So let me go ahead and show you guys the books that I'm going to be giving away, and I hope these books are satisfactory options for you guys. That's my hope. All right. So the first one is Danger Girl #1, and this is also book #1. You'll see a small piece of painter's tape. Huge fan of that. Down here in the corner, just write down the number of the books that you actually want to potentially get if you are indeed the person that answers the question correctly. So Danger Girl #1, that is #1. We have Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #1. This is book #2. #3 is Justice Society of America #1. This is book #3. And most of these books are actually in decent shape. Here's Blackest Night #1. This is book #4. We have X-Men #24. This one definitely has some spine damage. This is X-Men #24, book #5. So there you have it right there. Nice book, little Gambit Rogue kissing action. Next up, this is Amazing Spider-Man 317 Todd McFarlane book. This is book #6. This one has a little bit of some spine damage as well. Next up, this is Daredevil 323, book #7. I think that's a homage cover of something. I can't remember what homage it is, but I do recognize that cover. Next up, we have Batman Annual #28. This is book #8. Really nice cover there. That's cool. White Whale, we have ROM #15, newsstand. This is book #9. Next up, we have Saga #19. This is book 10. Little Saga action there. Next up, we have some Gail Simone. I think that's how you say her name. Red Sonja #1. Really, really nice cover there. It's an awesome cover. My little Red Sonja thing back here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Next up, Batman 491. This is book 12. Really cool Batman there. Love that cape action. We have some Scarlet Spider #15. Maybe a little too damaged to send to you guys. Ben Reilly #13. Cool book. Doctor Strange Damnation. This is Nick Spencer and Donny Cates. This is #1, book #14. It's a really cool red cover there. I dig that one. Spider-Man #19, newsstand. Next up, The Avengers versus the X-Men. This is #2. This is book 16. Next up, Ultimate Iron Man #2, book 17. White Whale Generation X #1, book 18. Some of that shiny foil action there. And then last but not least, we have True Believers #1, number 19. Really nice book here. It's a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man 129. So there you have it. Those are the books. Hopefully you guys were able to see all of those. Again, I still cannot see my own screen here. So hopefully those are cool books. See a couple of thumbs up over there from people. So that's cool. Makes me feel good. All right, there we go. Cool. So I wanted to, I went through the collection there, tried to pull out some cool books with the hope that you guys would actually like those things. So no Wolverine collector, no Wolverine books this time around. I'm trying to think. I don't really have any Wolverine books that I could have even put in the pile. I keep a separate short box of books to the side that I want to like donate or give away as AOKs, that kind of stuff. And I don't think that there are any Wolverine books in there. But what I tried to do is to get a nice little balance of some Marvel, DC. There's some ICW. I'm sorry, IDW. Just a nice little mishmash of books. So hopefully that's cool to you guys. So Marvin Vlog says he is new to collecting. Welcome, Marvin. It's good to see you, brother. Thank you for the feedback on the channel. I definitely appreciate that. Take a look around. Let me know if you need something. I am always available for folks. So once Instagram comes back, you can find me at Regie Collects on Instagram. So I'm always available to help people. I actually had a long conversation with somebody earlier today while at the park with my children about social media. So it is definitely good to see all you guys. All right, so here we go. We are going to kick this thing off. We have 8 questions. Lag is a real thing. The first correct response that I see to the question will be dubbed the winner. That person will get to select 2 books from the stack, and then the books are going to be going out just as soon as I can. So we are going to cut and paste the question into the chat so that you guys can actually read it and hear it at the same time. So the first question here is, what superhero team did Dick Grayson associate with throughout his time as Robin? What superhero team did Dick Grayson associated with throughout his time as Robin? That is the very first question. And we have an answer. Yusuf. Yusuf got it correct with Teen Titans. Let me freeze that so I can actually write down Yusuf. So Yusuf, while I am jotting down your name, please let me know which books you actually want. And I will set those books to the side for you, sir. Just let me know which numbers you want and we will get those packaged up to you. And he was very quick on that response. I'm reading Perry's response. Very, very funny. So all you guys have to do is to let me know which 2 books you want. I will set them to the side, and then you send me an email just as soon as you can to regiecollects@gmail.com, and I will try to get those sent out to you as soon as I can. Yes, Thanatos, my friend, it is good to see you, brother. They killed it. All right, so Yusuf has selected books 4 and 5, and those 2 books are The Blackest Night, which I think is a really, really cool book, and then X-Men number 24. And this one, as I told you, Yusuf, is a little damaged on the spine. I think the book is in decent shape outside of the damage on the spine, but these 2 books are set aside for you. Thanatos, it is good to see you, brother. I got your friend request earlier today on YouTube. I don't know that I've ever used that messaging service, so it was a little surprised when it actually came down. So Thierry says he's going to email me even if he doesn't win, brother, and I will answer that email just because you sent it. How about that? All right, so we have 86 people who are here in the room for this live stream, and I definitely appreciate every single one of you guys hanging out with me for a little bit. Thanatos says he didn't even know there was such a thing. Yeah, I sent you a message, you didn't respond because I was on Instagram when it went out, and I was in the middle of like 4 conversations with people, and then I was like, well, I've got time to chat, and now no one's chatting. Daniel, it is good to see you, brother. It is good to see you, my friend. All right, so Yusuf Hassan is our first winner. He selected books 4 and 5 by answering the superhero team that Dick Grayson is mostly associated with through his time as Robin. It was, of course, the Teen Titans. All right, so let me get ready to ask you guys the next question. And this one is actually going to be a cut and paste of both the question and a multiple choice. Because again, we're trying to mix it up. We're trying to have a little fun. Holy. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Hopefully, oh, this is not going to paste very pretty. This is not going to paste pretty. All right. Let me see how I can do this one. Oh, it didn't work. Okay. Who was a member of both the FF and the Avengers? Iron Man, Green Lantern, Vision, or Spider-Man? Who was a member of both the FF and the Avengers? I see B, D. There we go. Travis Roberts. Travis got it correct. He, Spider-Man was a member of both the FF and the Avengers. Travis, he got it. Travis, please let me know which 2 books you want, and I will get these set aside for you. That was a very good one. Very good. Victor says She-Hulk. That was not one of the responses, brother. All right, so a couple of people actually typed out the name. Alex, the comic hoarder, is here. How you doing, brother? How you doing? It was good to see you, man. So, hey, I was actually on with Comic Tom and Comics with Bueller yesterday, and I was supposed to give you a shout out, and we actually didn't even get to that section of the live stream yesterday. So you may actually, if you see that video that I was in and you look in the description, you may actually see Alex the comic hoarder there. We unfortunately didn't get to that part of it, but I was intending to give you a shout out. So someone says, I think that they actually typed in Spider-Man before the response that was seen. Again, lag is a real thing, guys. So I have to apologize. I have to go with the first response that I actually see. That's the only way that I can kind of do it. So hopefully you guys can kind of understand that. Pop Your Culture says that was a good show. It was fun, man. It was fun. So I'm still waiting for Travis Roberts to actually put in his information to let me know which 2 books to set aside. So yeah, what was crazy is that Travis and Tom and I both started a channel, I think within like a week of each other, back in 2018. And so we all just celebrated our first anniversary. And I had never spoken to Tom before. I had never had a conversation with Tom until yesterday. And after that first exchange on Instagram, a couple hours later, I was on the YouTube channel. So that was really, really cool. So, all right. So Travis says that he wants Saga 19. Let me see if I can find that. He wants the Saga. And I think he said the Daredevil. All right. I think that Daredevil was towards the back, right? Nope. Trying to set these aside. All right. So Travis has selected books number 10 and number 7. Those are your 2 books, brother. I am going to set those aside for you so that you have those 2 books. Definitely 2 cool books. I think these are both in solid shape. You've got a couple of spine ticks on the Daredevil, but I think it's still a decent book. So I'll set those aside for you, my friend. All right. So we are ready. Roberto, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. So we are going to jump into our third question of 8. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to be cutting and pasting the the questions, and reading them at the same time to you guys. Yeah, so I can show you. Simon is asking if he can see what is left. All right, so let me pop these up for you guys on the screen. I'm going to do it relatively quickly so you guys can actually see these things, and just jot down there. Each one of the books has a number on painter's tape. Just jot down the numbers so that you know. Danger Girl number 1, book 1. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 1. This is book 2. Justice Society of America number 1. This is book 3. Amazing Spider-Man 317, Todd McFarlane. This is book number 6. Batman Annual number 28, book 8. ROM 15, book 9. Red Sonja number 1. This is book 11. Batman 491. This is book 12. Scarlet Spider number 13. I'm sorry, book 13, I should say. This is Doctor Strange Damnation issue number 1, book 14. Really cool cover there. Jenny Friesen. This is Spider-Man number 19, book 15. Avengers versus X-Men number 2, book 16. This is Ultimate Iron Man number 2, book 17. I've been reading a lot of the Ultimate Universe lately on Marvel Unlimited. Generation X, number 18. Some nice foil action. And then the last is a Marvel True Believers, number 19. So there you go. Hey, Chris, it is good to see you, brother. Glad you were able to make it to the live stream. All right, so hopefully that helps you guys know what else is coming up. So I'm ready to post the next question up here. And what I kind of meant to mention to you guys is that this is a mixture of Marvel and DC. We have a total of 8 questions that we're going to be going through. We are on question number 3 right now. And the third question is, what is Nightcrawler's real name? What is Nightcrawler's real name? I should get like some cool, he said Steve. Oh my goodness. Whooped bird with Steve. You, sir, are incorrect. But you're hilarious. Well done. Perry says David with a question mark. Bro, you couldn't even throw a last name on it. So the winner is Kingpin Comics. Kingpin is my only IG buddy. I tag him on every IG tweet that I'm sorry, not IG, Twitter. I copy him on every Twitter that I send out. So Kingpin Comics, you are the winner of question number 3. So let me know which 2 books you want, and I will set those aside for you. Alex says he got it. You guys are hilarious. Purple shoes? No, Mr. Grell, it's not purple shoes. David Hasselhoff is actually not a bad answer. That is not a bad answer. I know you retweet me, brother. That's part of the reason why I tagged you on everything. All right, so Kingpin Comics is asking for Red Sonja and the Justice League. So we're going to set those aside. This is a really, really nice cover. I was tempted to keep this one for myself. So we've got this one. And he also has the Justice League. So if you had books number 3 and 11 on your list, you may want to take those off because Kingpin Comics has secured those. All right. So far, 3 and 11 are gone. 10 and 7 are gone. And 4 and 5 are gone. So there's still a healthy number of books left. All right. So we are only on question number 4 of 8. So we still have some time. Yeah, that Red Sonja is nice, man. That Red Sonja is definitely a nice book. I can't even remember where I got that book. I probably won someone's contest and put it in the bin as a pass along. So I've been watching a lot of the Flash TV show and watching a lot of Arrow, probably more Arrow than anything. I think I'm on like season 2 of Arrow, definitely digging that. But I am also enjoying the Flash TV show, which is why I have this next question up here. I hope the answer to this one is right because I don't know my DC trivia all that well. So here we go. Where does Barry Allen keep his Flash costume? Godspeed hype. Oh my goodness. Alex, the comic hoarder. Wow. Brother, if there was a question to get, that was going to be your question. I am impressed. Well done. So Alex, the comic hoarder off the top. If you guys don't know Alex, he is an awesome guy. He is also a big fan of Flash. I watch a lot of his videos to kind of get myself up to speed on DC stuff. Same thing with Thanatos, because these guys are big on DC stuff. So I always check out their videos. So next to his birthday suit, says Bruce. Yeah, Star Labs. He also has that showcase number 4. Indeed. Jay, I have never read Flash myself, brother, to be honest with you, but I am watching the TV show and I am definitely digging it. Definitely digging that. He says he actually wants to gift the books to the next question. Oh, that is perfectly fine. All right, so there we go. So Alex is doing one of my moves. I dig that. So Alex is basically saying whoever gets the next question right can actually get 4 picks. They'll get their own 2 picks, and then they will get Alex's 2 picks as well. That is awesome. Well done, sir. Well done. And that's why I was going to give you that shout out yesterday on Comic Tom's channel, because of behavior like that, to be honest with you. That was awesome. All right. So the next question, this is a big question, this next one, and I'm going in order. So I'm not even picking and choosing my questions. I am going in order. What does it say? I meant to choose 4 and 6, not 4 and 5. So you want, wait a minute, you wanted 5 and 6. Oh, well, is that already gone? So you want, which ones do you want? 5 and 6. So you want these 2. You want the Amazing Spider-Man and the X-Men, right? All right, so we'll set those aside for you. And that was Yusuf, correct? I think that was Yusuf. Let me scroll back up, make sure. Yep, that was Yusuf. So we are going to go with 5 and 6. All right, so there we go. So the Blackest Night book is back in play. He says, no takesy backsies. No do-overs, bro. No do-overs. Now we're definitely flexible. All right, so that one's back in there. So Alex is the winner, but he is going to gift to the next person. So I like to put myself a little note here. All right, so here we go. Let me find the next question to keep this thing moving forward. And this is actually a pretty good question, I think. I think it's a pretty good question. It's in line with some things that have been happening recently on the channel, maybe even some things that are happening here in the room right now as we speak. All right, so here's the next one. Eddie Brock merged with an alien Semonite to become which Marvel villain? Which Marvel villain did Eddie Brock become? Candygram Man has it. Candygram Man was quick on the draw. Candygram Man. Candygram Man wins at least one question in every trivia night I've ever done. He is on it, man. All right. So the way I also forgot to mention, if you win once in here, you can continue to guess, but you probably shouldn't win again. You should save some books for some other people. So Candygram Man is the winner of that one. Candygram Man, let me know which 2 books you want, and I will set those aside for you, my man. Clay, yeah, I think it makes sense that you see your own response first because you're typing, right? But that's definitely not the first one that I saw. So again, lag is a real thing, guys, and hopefully everyone understands that. In fact, Clay, I probably see 15 answers above yours, to be honest with you. So lag is definitely a real thing. All right. Russ C says, awesome, Reggie. I love this channel. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support. And so, yeah, Candygram Man actually gets to pick 4. You are correct. Dang it. Pick 4, man. You always get. Sully 2 King says, recount. Thanks, Fire Davis. I appreciate it. Lag is real and it is understandable, man. I gotta tell you. Who made that comment? So Sully 2 Kings. If you guys don't follow Sully 2 Kings on Instagram, you're missing out. He is doing some awesome stuff. So I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm black. And he's been doing this little spotlight where he highlights a black character from comics like every day. It started in Black History Month and he's continuing it. And I really enjoy it because he's put me up on a couple of books I had never even heard of before, which I think is really, really awesome of him. So if you guys get a chance, definitely check out Sully 2 Kings. All right. Matt, I'm actually going to show your comment because that's an awesome comment. All right. So no, I think everyone's cool. Mr. Gorell, I think people were joking. So I think it's all good. I think people are cool. I think people are cool. Thank you guys. All right. So again, a huge shout out to my buddy Closet the Geek for actually subsidizing all of the shipping associated with this. So I definitely want to give him a shout out. He is just commented a few moments ago. So if you guys could, I think it was on Candygram Man. If I missed it, let me know. You have to pick 4 books and we will set those 4. Oh, he did comment. Okay. So he says he wants 8. He wants 8. He wants 12, 19. Where is 19? 19 and you just hurt White Whale. He also wants 18. Where is 18? There we go. All right. I think White Whale probably has like 8 of these already. All right. So he took number 18. This is Generation X. Nice foil action there. He took The Punisher True Believers. This is a really nice book. This one's been in my bin for a while. I actually had it set aside for myself, to be honest. Batman, book number 12. And then he also took Batman Annual, book number 8. So I'm setting all of these 4 aside. Let me write those down before I do that. So that is 18, 19, 12, and 8. Huge shout out to Alex the Comic Hoarder for being an awesome guy. And actually, even though he won question number 4, he gifted his to the next person, that being Candygram Man, who was able to select 4 books. All right. So we are moving on to question number 6 of 8 questions. So there's still a lot of books left over, still some opportunities to actually win. All right. So we're going to type this one in. And then just as a reminder, we are going to be giving away a copy of Black Panther number 1, 9.2 this coming Sunday at 7:30 on my preview show, Ready, Set, Go. So if you guys tune in for that, all you have to do is to find a video and that comes out this week between Monday and Friday. Find that video, watch that video, follow the directions, and you can actually be in the running to win that book. And just as a hint, the video has not actually come out just yet. So definitely just stay tuned to the channel. Videos are released typically at 3:30. All right, so here we go. Here is the next question. What legendary superhero shocked DC comic fans by announcing his allegiance to Hydra? What? Oh, that is incorrect. That is actually Marvel. What legendary superhero shocked fans, DC fans? All right. That is a error. That is my bad. Aaron Jones actually got it correctly. So that was my bad. What legendary superhero shocked Marvel comic fans by announcing his allegiance to Hydra? That is my bad. I should have reread that question before. And it is indeed Captain America. And it was Aaron Jones who got that one correct. So Aaron, let me know which 2 books you want and I will set that aside. Sorry about that. Bruce says his buzzer wasn't working. My bad. I apologize. We sometimes get things wrong, people. Sorry about that. That was a hot mess of a question is what that was. It was just a hot mess of a question. So I'm surprised Aaron even got it right, to be honest. Closet Geek says his brain stopped working at DC and Hydra. Oh man, this is what happens when you are a one-man show, okay? You know, stuff happens, okay? I definitely, it would be cool if I had like a bunch of people helping me with stuff. I would do a whole lot more if I had some if I had some help, you know, but I am a one-man show. Oh, Victor says he's on the cell phone. Brother, you are at a disadvantage, my friend, because that's tough to do it on the cell phone. Definitely tough to do it. Nerds versus geeks. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Uh, Fire Davis, it's good to see you, my friend. H Town Comics, thank you very much for the feedback on the channel. I definitely appreciate that. And he says we all make mistakes. Indeed, we do. Stuff happens, and I think by and large, I think people are very forgiving of the mistakes because they're just honest mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So, Chris is on his cell phone as well. Oh man, that's brutal. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough to do. So Aaron Jones, did I miss your response where you're telling me which two books you want? If I did, I apologize. But just let me know which two books you want, and then I will set those two aside for you. Oh man, a lot of you guys are on your cell phones. Wow. I only watch, I don't know. I don't really watch too many live streams on my cell phone. I watch a lot of the stuff on playback though. So Aaron has picked number 2 and number 1. All right, so he has picked Danger Girl and Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Renew Your Vows. I think both of these books are in solid shape. Yeah, these are pretty nice. These are pretty nice. All right, so Aaron, congratulations, brother. I'm going to set number 1 and number 2 aside for you. And again, if you are a winner, make sure that you send me an email to regiecollects@gmail.com. I need your real name, your address, and all that kind of stuff, so I can bundle this stuff up for you and get it sent out. As a reminder, I have a shortage of Gemini mailers right now, so I'm going to send out what I can. I'm going to send it out probably tomorrow to whoever I can get to. Some of you will have to wait a few days, and I apologize for that. Rest assured, they are coming, but because Trivia Night it kind of snuck up on me. I did not intend to do it, but because we had a cancellation, I decided to. I looked at my supplies and realized I was short, so I will hopefully get these out to you guys just as soon as I possibly can. All right. All right, so that was question number 6. We are moving on to question number 7. Let me read this one to make sure that there are no errors in there. Okay, there we go. All right, so I think this one is good. I don't know if people are going to get this question, to be honest with you. This is a hardcore. This is a hardcore question. I'm going to be honest with you. Party Time Comics, how you doing? He says, I'm just glad to be here with you fine people. So somebody named Party Time Comics. That is not a surprising comment for you to make. You know what I'm saying? Because you just seem like a person that's here to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Bruce says, speak slower so my lag. Oh, Warpath, you are a winner. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are a winner, just not of these comics that I'm giving away today. But potentially, there's still 2 questions left. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready for the next question? It is, and I think this is a hard question. At least it was for me. What was Wonder Woman's original name before DC Comics changed it? What was Wonder Woman's original name before DC Comics changed it? I'm not seeing it yet. Ooh, I am not seeing it. This is not an easy question. Ooh, Marilyn Monroe. Fire Davis said Bertha. That is not it. Bake the Snake. You are actually close. Bake the Snake is actually close. You guys might need to Google this one. Robert Garcia says Betty. No, that is not. Oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious. Patty Jenkins? No, Perry Comics. It is not. Trainwreck says Carol Danvers. Brother, she's been everybody under the sun, hasn't she? Oh my goodness. Secretary of the Justice Society. That is her title, not her name. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is the first time I've ever stumped the chat, and this is not on purpose. Ooh, Bake the Snake, you guys are close. There was some Superwoman action going on. You guys are close. I don't know what to do if no one gets it. This has never happened before. Oof, this has never happened. Somebody might need to Google it. Oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious. Trainwreck says, I straight up don't know this one. Brother, can we phone a friend? Because I had this is a tough one. Alex asked him. Oh my goodness. Janet Reno. Oh my God, where has Janet Reno been? Wow. All right, so I'm gonna have to give you guys the answer to this one because I don't see anybody getting it. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this one because I don't know if folks are going to get it. And I hope that this is actually the correct answer. All right, so here we go. I don't see it. Let me make sure that no one typed it in while I was away. All right, so here is the correct response. I'm actually going to post it in because I don't think you guys are going to get this one. No, brother, I don't want to win this round because I don't want to keep the books. I got to thin some of this stuff out. Google failed me. All right, so here's the answer. This is supposedly the answer to Wonder Woman's name before DC changed it. And it was actually, it was actually Suprema. Her name was Suprema. And they changed it because they did not want to confuse her with Superman. Supposedly that was her name before. So that, hey, brother, that's what I found on the internet. I didn't make this stuff up. That's what I heard. What's what I found on the internet. So there you go. It supposedly was Suprema. That's what it was supposed to be. That is literally the first time I've ever seen the chat be stumped. And I hope again the answer was right because that's what I found. All right. So I do have a backup question. I'm not going to ask that one yet. Suprema burrito. That probably is a tasty burrito. That probably is really tasty. All right. So we are going to move on to what would have been the last question, but now is the second to last question. Travis says, dang, Reggie, can these be any harder? Bro, there was only really one hard one. There was only really one hard one. Bruce, you're hilarious. I'm gonna show that because I think you're being funny, and I know that that's what that is. I'm gonna post that. All right, it always gives me the ability to block comments that could be offensive, and I don't think that was offensive. So, all right, there we go. Wonder Girl. All right, so let's move on. We're gonna move on. You guys have been stumped. You guys couldn't get that one, which really surprised me because I thought that was pretty well known. I just thought I didn't know it because I'm not a DC fan. So, all right, so here we go. We are going to go to the next one. I think people will get this one. I think this is a relatively simple one. So here we go. Paste it in. The first DC Marvel crossover comic had Superman fighting this Marvel superhero. Clay got it. Clay is quick. Goodness, Clay is on it. All right. Cap, nope. Hulk, nope. Nope, not Captain Marvel. It is indeed Spider-Man. Someone says Steve. You guys are hilarious. So Clay, well done. So the first DC comic, Marvel crossover comic, has Superman fighting this Marvel hero. And I think the reason for it is because Superman was DC's biggest character and Spider-Man was Marvel's biggest character. And so I think that that's why they decided to do the crossover between those two pinnacle characters. And Bruce, is that Bruce that was saying his lag is so bad that he hasn't even heard the question yet? You guys are hilarious. All right, so Clay, you did indeed get this one correct, and you did it in record time, my friend. Bruce says, can you text me the questions? No, bro, I can't text you the questions. No. All right, so just send me, Clay, the 2 books that you want. There is still a healthy stack of books over here to my right available to you guys. We have Blackest Night. We have Rom. We have Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider, Damnation #1, Spider-Man, Avengers versus X-Men, and Iron Man is the last one. People are asking for me to text them. The answer is no, I will not do that. And spelling does not count because I'm going to be honest, I don't spell very well. So there you go. Chris says, no, Ali beat Superman. I almost got that book the other day. The I saw it, and Clay is gonna go with 4 and 11. 4 and 11. All right, so 11 is not available, my friend. 11. Nope, 11 is not available. So I'll show you what's left. The Iron Man Ultimate, ROM, Scarlet Spider, Damnation, Spider-Man, and Avengers versus X-Men. That is the last one. Oh, so let me know which one you want. So Friendly Neighborhood Luke is asking about the Venom statue behind me. That Venom statue has actually been in my possession since I was probably 15, maybe 15, 16. That thing has been around forever, and it is basically just a plastic figure. I mean, its legs and arms move a little bit, but it's just a plastic figure. So I've had that thing forever. So Clay is actually going to go with 19. So he has selected the Spider-Man number 19 and also Blackest Night. So that is book 4 and 15. Clay, congratulations. I am going to set those aside for you. So in addition to that Venom back there, also have a matching Spider-Man that both of those things set on my nightstand at one point, and then also on my dresser at another point while I was a kid. So those things have been around forever. All right. So because we had the snafu with the question that was unanswerable, we are going to ask one more question. So we're going to have one more winner, and then we're going to get ourselves out of here. Bruce says he almost spent $400 on Transformer figure on eBay when he was drunk last night. Glad the seller didn't accept. What was it? An Optimus Prime? Was it an Optimus Prime? Because I actually thought about buying an Optimus Prime. I actually had one before, and I somehow misplaced it with my various moves across the country and all that kind of stuff. I somehow actually misplaced it. And I went on eBay and found one for like $300, $400, something like that. Went into my local comic shop and they actually had it there. And it's $200. And I was tempted to buy this thing. So Daniel, I'm glad you're here in the live stream as well. So yeah, that thing doesn't talk. It's just made out of plastic. It just kind of sits there. But the whole background has been changed out. The wife has been giving me a lot of advice back there. So I've been mixing it up. I have a new shelf back there with some figures on it, some books underneath, and some lights and stuff like that. We've been trying to dress it up around this place. All right, so we are going to go to the very last question. And I'm going to get ready to paste this one into the window. This is a softball, I think. This is a softball. But I had this one as backup just in case something went wrong. So hopefully you guys will know the answer to this. A ROM toy. I don't know anything about a ROM toy. Get the word out. Let's get Reggie up to 5. Bro. Oh, who? TJ? TJ, I like you. I like you more and more, TJ. What's crazy is that overnight, and it ties to this question that I'm about to post up for you guys. Overnight, I think I shot up like 75 subs, which is incredible. I average about 20 subs a day, and I hit 75 overnight, which is just bananas. It is bananas, and I'm super pumped about all the new people that have come into the channel. I've been interacting with people all day before Instagram went down, but I definitely appreciate all the kind words that people have been sending my way. So, all right. So let's go ahead and post this thing up. And here is the question. Which 2 YouTubers invited me to their live stream last night? 2 YouTubers. I need both names. Oh, Simon Comics is in there. Well done, Simon. So let me know which 2 books you want. And yeah, so I had never spoken to Tom before yesterday. And I've been talking to Bueller for a while. Bueller and I are friends. I actually talk to him on a regular basis. I sent Comic Tom a message overnight, and then in the morning he responded to me a couple hours later. I was actually on a show with him and Bueller, having a fantastic time, right? We talked about speculation. It was a really fun and easy conversation. Before I knew it, like an hour had gone by and it was over, and I was like, we were just getting warmed up. And so each one of them reached out to me today, and they were basically like, hey, so maybe we have you back on the show again. There was some talk about maybe semi regularly. I don't know. I don't know if anything will come out of it. But what I will say is I appreciate those two individuals reaching out to me and giving me an opportunity to come on the channel, because it was honestly a lot of fun. Yeah, Comic Tom is the guy with the glasses. Yeah, thin guy, tattoos and glasses. He was a solid host. He was a solid host. He kept the conversation moving. He kept it on point. And I appreciate that level of professionalism. So Rogue121 is basically saying it was a good show. Mark Spector says he watched it on Rewind. It was a good chat. Tina, how you doing, Tina? It's good to see you. She says it was a great show. I mean, it was a lot of fun for me. It really was. And what's crazy, and I was saying this earlier in the chat, the three of us actually started YouTube around the same time. We just all celebrated our 1 year anniversary in February, and Tom is doing really well. He just exceeded like 10,000 subs. Bueller's at 5, and I'm bringing up the rear at like 2,600 subs. But I feel very good about where my channel is and the content that I'm putting out, and I'm very proud of what these other two individuals have done. So who won? Simon Comics won. Simon, did you post up your books? Let me scroll back up because I've been running my mouth. Let me scroll back up here. And he says he wants Spider-Man in 16 if 16 is left. And let's see if 16 is left. And it is not. Oh, yes, it is. 16 is left. So you have number 16. That is you. That is Avengers versus X-Men. I will set that aside for you, brother. And then the only 4 books that are left, and I apologize, you are getting the last little bit here. Some Damnation action, Scarlet Spider, ROM 15, and Ultimate Iron Man. Those are the last 4 books, brother. Last 4 books. Last 4 books. So we have 17, 9, 13, and 4. Those are the last 4 ROMs. I've been trying to give away this ROM for a minute, and I've also been trying to give away my man thing for some time too. So can't get rid of that one. Thank you for your advice on slab books. I recently got carried away with a couple of key books. Can't wait to start my content. Yeah, very good. Comics. I'm sorry, Nerd and Geeks is basically saying that they're going to start a live stream. Very good. Very good. All right, so I'm gonna set these 2 books aside for you. Perry Comics says, congrats on everything. Love the content. He just hit 100 subs in about 2 months. Super cool. Love the community. Brother, I remember when I was sitting at 250 subs. I was sitting at 250 subs, and 125 of those were fitness related people. So, and I was talking to somebody earlier today that was like, hey, I'm thinking about starting my channel, blah, 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 blah. I have a lot of experience in the industry. And I'm like, so what are you waiting for? Like, I personally think that there is so much room in the community for more people to be on YouTube and more people to be putting out content. And here's the reason why, is that each one of us speaks with a unique voice, and even if we cover the exact same topic, we're going to probably approach it from different perspectives with our own unique voice. And I think that that's wonderful. What I try to do is I try to give you my perspective, and I try to give you some things to think about. At the end of the day, the decisions are yours. How you spend your money is on you. But I want to say, hey, here's some stuff I messed up on. Here's some stuff I thought about. Here's a tidbit or a tip. Consider this. I try to create space for people to decide what they want to do for themselves. Rarely do you ever hear me say, do this, do that, buy this, buy that. I'll say, consider, think about, you know what I'm saying? But I think that there is so much room for more people to be on YouTube. I really do. And if I can, I will try to support people in their efforts. I try to watch a lot of people, but it's, there's only so many hours in the day to watch and create content and stuff like that. But I try as best I can. So Victor is making a comment here about starting a YouTube channel, bro. So Bueller and Simple Man Comics actually did a live stream a couple of weeks ago. I think it was on Simple Man's channel, where they actually talked about different things to start a YouTube. They talked about lighting. They talked about sound. They offered up all kinds of tips. I would definitely encourage you, Victor, to go check out that live stream. I don't know if I am in a position to say, here's what a successful YouTube channel would be, because I'm still trying to figure it out myself, right? I think that when you look at Simple Man Comics, who I think he's at like 4,000 subs, Bueller's at 5,000, Tom is at 10. I think that these guys have found some formulas, some magic that they're making. You know what I'm saying? And I think that those guys are offering some solid tips and advice and direction. But what I will say to you, I'll offer you two things: have some good lighting so people can see you, and have some good sound so people can hear you, right? When I first started, my sound was awful. And it's tough to watch a video if you can't hear the person actually talking or see what they're trying to show you. So I definitely say, get some good light, get some good sound. Everything else, like this microphone, this arm, like, you can get that stuff in time, right? But get a lapel mic for 20 bucks. Done. You don't have to spend 300, 400 bucks on a mic, or, 200 bucks on an arm. Use what you have and build up from there. So somebody's actually asking about the books that I have back there. Brother, there are so many books back there. Make regular content for your channel. And yeah, well said, Kingpin Comics. Kingpin is making the point about, if you're going to do this, have some consistency to your thing. And then try to plan out your videos. I know a lot of people will jump on video and stuff like that, and they'll have really long videos, but it's not very like tight and concise. And typically what you see for me is I jump on, I say my stuff, I get off. That's it. There's little else that happens just because I have stuff to do, and I think you have stuff to do as well. So I try to keep a lot of my stuff really, really tight. So a couple of people are asking about some of the slabs back there. I have a couple of videos out there where I actually show a lot of the books on the wall. So you may want to check out that, because I think those videos will probably cover some of that stuff a lot better than I can. But there's a lot of really good stuff back there that I'm super proud of that I was able to get in 2018. Most of what you see back there is 2018 work. Party Time says you got to give yourself more credit. You're an awesome host and very genuine. You're informative. That's what keeps me on. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. But for me, I think it's important to be humble as well. And I wasn't always the most humble person when I was younger. And so I strive to be more humble as I get a little bit older. And one of the things that I recognize is that there are people out there that have so much more knowledge than I do about comics. And so I want to remain humble, because, when you lose that humility, it just sets you up. It sets you up. And I don't want to do that. And I don't want to treat people like I know more than them, because I know for a fact that there are people in this chat right now that know a lot more than me about comics. There's no doubt about that. I'm just a guy that is good talking on a camera and likes to have fun. And at the end of the day, I really enjoy that. And I keep doing it because I'm having fun, and so I think that that's another important thing. If you talk about starting your own show or your own YouTube, make sure you're having fun. So with that, guys, I am going to say thank you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I think we almost had like 85 people or something like that for trivia night. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Again, a shout out to Chris Barrett for encouraging me to do this, for Tina for encouraging me to do this. Shout out to Closet Geek for subsidizing some of the things that we are going to be shipping out. Brother, I absolutely appreciate that generosity. It goes a long way. And I say thank you for that. If you guys need me, don't hesitate to reach out. I know that there's still a lot of questions in here. Send me a message when Instagram comes back up. I promise you that I will respond to you. Regie Collects on Instagram. Also, for all of the winners, send me an email with your real name, your mailing address. And if you remember the books that you won, I have my notes, but it helps. Send me all of that information and I will get your book sent out to you just as soon as I can. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had a blast and I look forward to chatting with you guys again sometime soon. Oh, how about Sunday night at 7:30? Ready, set, go. 7:30 Sunday night. I hope to see you guys then.